Well, a liquor store owner shot in the eye during a robbery last week is back on the job tonight, while a second suspect in the case is now behind bars.
Longtime CBA baseball coach Thomas Dotterer owns Salina Liquors and Wine, and 6 days ago, two men entered his store, shot and robbed him. Dotterer was taken to the hospital in critical condition. The man who allegedly pulled the trigger, 19-year-old Sharif Williams, was arrested soon after. Tonight, a second arrest as police say 23-year-old Delvon Harley has been charged with robbery, assault, and possession of stolen property for his alleged involvement in the crime. News Channel 9 caught up with Dotterer at his liquor store tonight.
As our James Gaddis explains, he won't say much about that night. Instead, he's just happy to be back at work.
I'm feeling good, and I'll feel better.
Just out of the hospital, his right eye bandaged, there was one place 77-year-old Thomas Dotterer wanted to be, the family liquor store he's worked at for nearly 60 years.
Everybody has been very good to me, more than I deserve.
Store regulars have been checking in, friends calling his phone.
Double back to you, okay? I hope everything's going well with you.
Shot in the eye during a robbery last week, Thomas was taken to the hospital in critical condition. His son Henry at his side.
There were moments where he was in and out, and at one of the moments I asked him, did he want to hear about the people that were stopping by or calling, and he nodded his head yes.
Doctors told Thomas he'll likely lose vision in that eye. He's going to Philadelphia next week to seek a second opinion.
He's got a ways to go, I think, but to watch the progress over the last 5 days, 6 days, I guess. It's been incredible.
Thomas says he used to be a
gloomy pessimist.
An outlook on life that's changed over time and helped in his recovery.
All things happen for reasons that preclude maybe present understanding, but you deal with the cards that you have dealt you.
And yet, after all this, turns out it's wrestling that really ruined his week.
That's the worst thing that happened to me all week. The Rock beat Punk. Did you know that?
Now, Thomas was referring to WWE superstars The Rock and CM Punk. The two squared off this past weekend, and as you heard, Thomas not too thrilled that The Rock won that match. Now, I tweeted at both of these guys to kind of give them the short story of what happened to Thomas along with this picture. I mentioned shot in the eye during a robbery. He says the worst part of his week was The Rock beating CM Punk at the Royal Rumble. CM Punk actually tweeted back asking if this story was legitimate and that he wanted to see some footage. I told him it completely was. He just got out of the hospital. We're talking with him tonight, and I plan to tweet back at CM Punk a link to this story. Maybe he'll tweet back some kind words for Thomas as he recovers. I know we certainly wish him the best tonight. For News Channel 9, I'm James Gaddis.
All right, James, you're certainly an amazing gentleman.